for war! What is going on, my doggies? Welcome back to another one. Look at this right now. We're exploring abandoned sheds in the middle of nowhere, but what we're really here for is to do a fishing mission, and that's what we're about to do. I've just been hanging out here looking at these abandoned sheds. This is sick, mate. There's so many little, look at this, dude. So many little places to camp around here. But what we're really doing is we're going on a fishing mission. Let's go. We're about 2 minutes away from the coast right now, and I reckon we're gonna get some big dogs. Silver ghosts is what we're chasing, but it's blowing about a 20 to 25 knot wind right now, and I don't know, it's just pretty bloody windy out there. It's gonna be a rough and it's gonna be a wild ocean, so let's go and have a look. That right there is what we need. That is the tire deflator. Let's go. We're running out of light. We've only got a little bit of sunlight left. Bust a bit of air out of these tires. Get on this beach. There's actually no better sound than letting your tires down. You know, when you hear that air coming out of those tires, you know you're going on one hell of a mission. That's what we're doing right now. We're gonna go see if we can get a big slob on the beach tonight. It's bloody windy out there. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm not giving up. That's us. Ah! Anyway, it is bloody windy out here. This is my first look at the ocean for the day, and it is a big wild washing machine. But what we got right now, we've just gone into a full moon, which usually is the prime time to catch a big silver ghost. We've got the moon in our favor, the tide in our favor, but the wind and the swell is not in our favor. Also, when you get a lot of swell and wind like this, it brings in a lot of seaweed, so we're just gonna have to see what it's like down here. Just drive along the coast and pick a few places to fish. Oh, there's lots of seaweed in the water. It's not good. Like I said, we're not giving up. That down there looks incredibly good. That'd even be good just to flick a lure for a tailor or something down there. That's crazy good. This is sick, mate. This is what I live for, eh? Thank you for choosing beach fishing mission. Oh, look at it. It's actually not that much weed down here. That looks extremely naughty. Look at this. Yeah! Look at this spot. This spot is fire. Big, deep gutter. Not a lot of seaweed. Cray float on the ground. We're fishing here, doggies. We're fishing here. This is the zone. All right, let's do this. I'm just a little bit excited right now. This looks very good. It's bloody windy, but it does look super fishy. There's a little bit of seaweed, but I'm gonna give it a crack. First things first is I need to get a bit of salt water in this esky. That'll do, mate. All right, now the first thing we're gonna do is I've got an esky full of salt water down here on the ground. Down here I've got a couple of bags of old bait which I've had in my freezer for bloody ages. This is actually yellowfin tuna. Big slab of yellowfin tuna. That there, big slab of tuna going straight in to that salt water. Same with this one here, another big chunk of yellowfin tuna. That's going straight in that salt water. Here we've got a little mullet which I shot a couple of episodes ago. That there's gonna be bait for the night. And then in this bag, we've just got bits and pieces, old prawns. They're going straight in the salt water. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just making a dirty, big dirty burley mix. Obviously putting this plastic straight back in the bin, never ever let that go in the ocean. But we've got crayfish legs, we've got everything going in this concoction. I'm gonna burley up this water like you wouldn't believe. Sit back, enjoy the sunset, and hopefully tonight we can get some big fish coming in. All right, I'm gonna spend the next couple of minutes setting up 3 different rods. What I'll do is I've got enough bait to sit here all night, which is what the plan is if the weed doesn't move in. So I'm just gonna set up like a medium-sized rod right now, go chuck a couple of lures out the front here, see if we can pick up a fresh tailor, because there's nothing like fresh bait. If we can't get a fresh tailor, it's all good. We've got a couple of frozen mullet, which we shot a couple of episodes ago with a bow and arrow. We'll use them, but if not, look, tailor is the best fresh bait I've ever found. So that's what I'm gonna go try to do now, get a couple of tailor with a lure. And then I'm not too fussed about the sun right now. I'm gonna let that sun sink. We'll fish into the night. This is gonna be super fun. As long as the weed doesn't move in, this is gonna be one hell of a night. It's blowing its titties off right now, doggies. It's bloody windy. Here we go. I had a couple of flicks with the lure. There's a lot of weed sitting on the surface, but I don't think there's too much on the bottom. I'm just gonna give it a red hot crack. We'll see how we go. What I'm doing here is I'm just tying up a few rigs. I'm gonna lob out 2 big baits right now. We've got about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight left, so I'm just gonna fish the sunset and then fish the whole way into the night. But what I've done here is I've just tied up a snelled rig. So we've got an 8-0 hook here coming down to another 8-0 hook there. They're tied together like that. That's 100-pound leader coming down to a 3-way swivel. Bait number 1 is half of a mullet. I'm just using a whole chunk of mullet like this. Hook straight through the back, just like this. What you want to do is you want to have them hooks hanging out proud. You don't want to bury the hook into the fish's flesh. You want them hanging out very, very proud, because when these fish come up, sometimes they'll just suck on the bait for a long time, and you want to be able to have that hook hanging out a lot like that, so when the fish is sucking on it and playing with it, you get the most chance of a hookup. One there, the other half of the mullet is going on the second rod. Big bait, big fish. While I'm baiting these hooks up, I've had a lot of people asking me about the online shop. The online shop is getting rebooted up right now, completely new merch. We're bringing out fishing shirts, like those sublimination shirts. We're bringing out a whole heap of stuff. We've got new hats that just dropped the other day. New shirts are coming. If you guys want to check out the merch, support these videos, help me keep doing what I'm doing, make sure you check out fieldayshop.com. Link in the description of the video, or just go and check out fieldayshop.com. There's some good threads on there, and like I said, we are fully stepping it up, so it's exciting times. That goes through there, that goes through there, just like that. We've got 2 beautifully pinned bits of bait. Let's go send these things out. Oi, we are ready for war. Look at this, man. War is gonna happen right now. This is sick. Sun setting. 2 big rods, 2 big bits of bait. Come on, you big dog. Give it to me. One in there. One's going down here. Bang! Bang, that's it. Don't even have to cast far. There's a big hole right here, a big gutter. That's lovely. Look at this, man. That sun is just about to melt into the ocean. We've got 1 rod set up there. This one's going out the front. Bro, this is pretty good. It's bloody windy, but I'm not complaining. I love this. Let's get this second one out there. Play! See you later. Oi! Alright, this is the plan. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch this banging sunset. Look at that. Doesn't come much better, does it? Sit here, I'm gonna watch these 2 rods. I'm just gonna observe what they're doing. If they're picking up weed, well, we're in trouble. We're probably not gonna get any fish tonight. If they're not, I reckon we're in for the long run. We're probably gonna get a big dog on the deck, but I'll just sit back now. I'm gonna crank up some tunes in the troopy. I'll sit here and watch these rods and see what happens. All right, next time I see you guys, we're either going to be onto a fish, pulling in seaweed, or cooking one hell of a feed on the back of the car there. Righto, I'll tune in with you guys very soon. Look at this. Hey, it doesn't come much better than that, does it? Look at that. Righto, I'll see you soon. Go check out fieldayshop.com. Ow! Look at that. We've got a little bit of live bait going on here. All right, 20 minutes has passed since we checked in last, and that is not a good sign. That there is seaweed, my friends, and both rods had it packed on them. I'm gonna try again. I'll sit here for a few hours or maybe another hour. If this seaweed becomes very, very annoying, we're gonna have to pull up and move on. Persistence is key, and that's what we're gonna do. This is going back out. That's gonna get munched. Let's go. Fire! Bang! Straight into the honey hole. Well, that was a bloody dumb idea, wasn't it? Flying the drone in the middle of the night. Now I can't see anything because that dumb torch is on. Come here, buddy. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Well, we nearly lost the drone because I'm flying it. It's not even that dark, man. Oh, well, it is what it is, eh? I've got the biggest chunk of seaweed on here right now. I'm going. We've got to change spots. Spewing. This spot looked really good too. Well, here's the side of fishing that nobody shows. The seaweed. The hard times that you got to go through to get these bloody fish. That is a big chunk of seaweed right there. Not good. It's not good at all. Oh, that's interesting. Have a look at that. See that there? That's a 150-pound leader. Straight bite. Shark. A shark has come through and smashed that leader. Sharks are out there as well. Just what I'm here for. Sharks and seaweed. You little ripper. Whoa. Alright, that's it, we're done. Seaweed came in and destroyed that party pretty bloody quickly. Also, a shark come through and took one of those baits off one of them hooks. So we've got sharks, we've got seaweed, two of the things which we do not want on a fishing mission in abundance out there. So we're gonna punch up the coast, see if we can go somewhere else where hopefully we can get a ghost on the deck. But look, 8:15 at night right now, and we're not having too much luck. I put the bloody drone up in the air, you couldn't see anything because it was pitch black. Having one of those it's one of those days, you know, but it's good times. Right now we're driving over some seriously bloody soft sand. Welcome to spot number 2 for the night. Let's see if this place can provide us a couple of slobs. All right, what I got is I got one rod out already, and that's just got like half a mullet on it. And then this one here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on a fillet of mullet. So we've got one with half a mullet, one with a fillet. I'm gonna stand this thing out wide, put the tunes on, sit back, hopefully fingers crossed, tick, tick, boom. Righto, welcome to the kitchen. Here's our cooking apparatus. Here's a little frying pan. Unfortunately, we've got to cook in the back of the troopy right now. We've got the roof popped up. It is blowing its absolute tits off outside right now. I mean blowing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple of pancakes. Oi, oi, oi. We're going to make a couple of pancakes in the back of the troop dog. These have been in the car for that long. 100%, they're definitely not in the expiry date, but we're eating them anyway. A couple of pancakes on a little gas cooker while we wait for one of these rods to bend. Boom. Pancakes are coming in hot. Yeah. How good's this, man? Got another round of pancakes on here. Have a go at these things. I'm actually pretty bloody excited about them. They are perfectly cooked little pancakes. I'm gonna neck that whole bottle of pancake mix out of here. And just praying for a fish. I don't think, look, this is what's gonna happen in this episode, right? If we don't get a bloody fish, I'm just gonna sleep somewhere, we're gonna wake up tomorrow, we're gonna get a fish. If we don't get a fish tomorrow, we're gonna do it the next day. This could be a 7-day long video. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cook a fish on the fire or cook a fish on this little camp oven or whatever this thing is, somewhere, somehow. Right, that's the plan. I don't care how long it takes me, we're gonna get a fish. Sometimes you can fish days and days without a fish. Herring, tailor, I don't care, whiting, whatever it be, we're gonna eat a fish in this episode. Time check, 9:28 at night. Cooking pancakes, not a lot of fish action. We'll keep trying. Look at that for a bloody feast of pancakes, eh? Oh, I'm gonna absolutely gorge myself on these. That looks pretty good. Still ain't a lot of action out here, but we'll get one, we'll get one. A little bit of butter down here. Grab that. Whack that on there. Eh? Fish and food. Cheers. Oh, that is hella good. I don't eat pancakes often, that's bloody good. Woo! Good bloody morning, my doggies. I hope you're as good as I am right now. Last night, what a night to be alive, eh? We fished until 3 o'clock this morning. I'm knackered, mate. It is now 6:08 in the morning. So we've had 3 hours of shut eye, got no fish, we've got a heap of big shark runs, and that's it. Went to bed with a bloody stomach full of disgusting pancakes. I usually eat extremely healthy, so those pancakes, they knock me for 6. I feel like shit right now. But what we got happening is we've got a coffee down here, a little bit of a barista session on the go, and then we're going fishing again. We're not ending this episode without a bloody fish. Those silver ghosts, that's why it's called the silver ghost, because it's like a ghostly fish. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you won't. I got mates who have fished like 4 or 5 years and never got one, so we're gonna get one. But today we're gonna go target a couple of tailor. What I'm gonna do is, we're gonna bang a couple of these lures over this ledge in the background here. We're just gonna, I've chucked my boots on already, but just gonna grab a bag. We're just gonna hoof it down the coast, walk and cast. It is one of my favorite ways to start a day, man. Especially when you're fishing a surface lure like this. So if you guys didn't know, this is called a popper. It just sits on the surface, makes these little bubbles and splashes, and usually what happens is a fish will come up, they'll see it, and they'll bang that lure. But it's the most visually beautiful thing to see when a fish comes up and it smacks the lure from the surface. Best way to start a day, that's what we're doing. We're not ending this episode, like I said, without a fish on the cook. So hopefully we can get a fish for breakfast. Let's make a quick, there's a hook in the bloody finger. Let's make a coffee. We're going fishing. Tell you what, I'm bloody tired. 3 hours of sleep and a stomach full of pancakes. Yeah. Oh, that's good. All right, I'm gonna neck this coffee. We're gonna start walking up and down the coast. We've got to get some breakfast this morning. Fresh fish on a frying pan. I reckon we'll get it done. I got a good feeling. I had a good feeling last night too. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We're gonna go flick a couple of lures. We're getting the fish on the deck. Coffee, fishing. Let's go. Oh, have a go at this. Couple of bloody lobster or crayfish down here. Someone's had a good old feed, eh? 6:25 in the morning right now. Let's see how many hours, days, weeks or months it's gonna take to get a fish on the deck. First cast of the morning. Say! Bah! Say! Bah! Treasure! Look at that. A little bit of treasure on the reef. Take that one home. Right. Fished for about 1 hour. We got nothing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in the troopy. We're gonna go to another spot. There is no way we're ending this episode without catching and cooking something. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna jump in the troopy right now, pack all my stuff up, go to another spot, try again. We will not give up. Ah! Alright, this has turned into a fully blown hunting mission. Right, we're gonna head to another spot now, but we're actually en route to that next spot. And hopefully we get a fish. Usually that place we were just then, it always provides us with a tailor. Nothing. An hour of walking up and down the reef, popping lures, nothing. Head to another spot now, see how we go. Could be because the moon's up. There's an old fishing tale that goes like, if the moon's up in the sky still, during the sunlight, fish won't be feeding, they'll just be dead, they'll be lockjawed. So maybe that's the reason. Right now it's proving pretty bloody correct. See what the next place offers. This episode has taken a turn. I've just found this little place on the maps. Never been there before. It looks bloody incredible. So what we're doing is we're bagging the tyres, we're going back onto the beach. We're gonna go fish this new spot. I've never seen it before. Let's do a little bit of exploring. This sand is super soft. Let me tyres back down to 20. We're gonna hit the beach. We're gonna go fish this new fishing spot. It looks good on the maps. Like, it's gonna be bloody lunchtime before we even put a fish on the cook. This spot we're heading, it's bloody far north out of here, so buckle yourselves up. We're going on one hell of an adventure. Hey, mate, the sand around here is like flour. It's super soft. Goes into these like super rocky sections and then just floury sand. We're gonna get to a fishing spot, but we've got to find a fishing spot. Here we go. Hold on to your horses. Come on, Big Rick, get through, get through. Hey. Oh, that's not good. We're not going up there either. We need to get over this hill somehow. Right, we'll find a way. Alright, first obstacle of the day. We're not getting over that, no way. This isn't good. Got a big hole here. And another big hole here. There's no way the troopy's getting down there. I gotta go home and get the motorbike. You can see a track here, but it's like motorbikes only, quads only. You can see quads hit that. Dude, what do we do? All right, we'll go back around, come back around that way. Get out of there. Look at this spot. This looks real good. Fair bit of weed in the water, but looks like there'd be some fish around. I just got to be careful. Big waves smash it up against this ledge here. Boom! Bah! Oh! How you going? Good bloody morning. It is a new day. We've got a fresh cup of coffee. We've just woken up in paradise again. Yep, yesterday was an absolute grind, my friends. I fished nearly the whole entire day and we got nothing worthy of a catch and cook. We got a couple of little herring and stuff like that, but we're going for a couple of big slob tailor, and look, they're all just absolutely lock-jawed up. They did not want to eat any lures. Don't know what was going on yesterday. So today, we've woken up in paradise again. It is blowing its absolute tits off right now. It's about 30 knots southwester out there. It is rough as guts. We're gonna change up the game plan. Fishing rods are going away. The dive gear is coming out to play. What I want to do this morning is try to get a couple of crayfish or West Australian rock lobster for breakfast. That's what we're gonna do this morning. I'm gonna jump in off this little ledge out the back here. It is as rough as guts. It is not clear at all. but I'm just gonna jump in, see if we can pull a little crayfish out of a hole and chuck him on the fire or chuck him on a Weber for breakfast. So that's the plan. But look, so far, nothing goes to plan in this episode, and I bloody love it. All right, I'm gonna chuck my wetsuit on, chuck on the dive gear on. We're gonna go find a little bit of a crayfish for breakfast. So, here we go. Let's go see if we can get a couple of slumps on the deck. It is bloody windy. Water's not clear. Well, we're gonna give it a red hot crack. Let's get out there. Right, it is so bloody rough out here. Have a look how clear the water is. Ready? Check this out. Beautiful, isn't it? Just beautiful. I reckon we'll get something though. It's gonna be hard out here. Give it a crack. Let's go. Crayfish out here, but they're all a little bit too small. We've got one keeper so far. It's just really bloody hard to see, and it's super surgy. I'm getting thrown around like a little ping pong ball out here. We've got one beautiful crayfish, but that's going to be real good for breakfast. We'll see if we can get one more. There's a lot here, but they're just small. actually got it done. We've got a couple of little ocean cockroaches to cook up. That was one of the most haggard, disgusting, visibility is 0 dives, but super fun. Every time I come out of the water, I'm just smiling. Look how windy it is right now. It is chaos out here. Probably can't even hear me, but it is blowing its tits off. Look at the seaweed down here. There is no way we're cooking in this wind right now. That's 20 knots, 30 knots, not good. We're gonna have to go find a place to cook up these crayfish, but oi, we've got a couple of bloody beautiful ones to cook up. Let's hit this. I've got to go find somewhere sheltered to have a feed. I'm starving. Wait! The time has finally come to have a cook up. I am bloody starving. I could legitimately eat the ass out of a low-flying duck right now. I'm that hungry. I've been driving up and down the coast, trying to find a place out of the wind. This is possibly the only place with no wind in the whole entire West Australian coastline. I've got ants all over me. Troop dog's ready to rock and roll. Have a look what we got today. We've got a beautiful little catch down here. We got 4 crayfish. I've taken the head off these 3 because these ones are going to be cooked a little bit different. I actually got a little bit excited and started doing it when I wasn't filming, but I left the head on one just so you guys can, I'll show you guys what's going to be happening. But there is a beautiful West Australian rock lobster. Real good tasting. These things are absolutely bloody beautiful. So we've got 4 crayfish down here. Over here we're stepping up the game. No fires in Australia right now. So we've got a little bit of a Weber going on. That thing's hot as hell. We'll turn that off. That's been heated up. That's ready to party. These crayfish are going to be going down. Look at this. We're eating real good. Alright, so we're going to be cooking these crayfish 2 different ways. The crayfish tails, they're going to be turned into this like delicious popcorn chicken crayfish kind of recipe. And this bad boy here, what we're going to do, we're going to split him down the center, chuck him on the Weber. Oh, it's going to be bloody good. What I've done with these 3 here is I've taken out the poo tube. Now, if you're a salty dog, you guys will know how to do this, but if you're not, listen up, because this is a pretty nifty little trick. What you can do is you can get one of their crayfish's antennas, which is that there, right? I've snapped that one off there. Crayfish is dead, can't feel a thing. What you do is a crayfish has a poo tube running down the back or the center or the top of its back there, right? What you can do is find its butthole, which is just here, grab that there. This is its antenna. Stick it up its butt. Sounds a little bit weird, but it works. Give it a twist around and then start pulling out. What's gonna happen is you're gonna pull out its poo tube, just like this. Oh, we've just missed it. Give it a little twist, pull it. There it is there. And out comes its poo tube, just like that. So that there, it's just sand and grit. It's not nothing disgusting. You get rid of that. Now the inside of this crayfish here is beautiful, clean. There's no mess, there's no muck. Beautiful little, that's a good little trick. Use that in the bush, get the poo tube out. There's the crayfish, it's clean inside. We're gonna split this one in half. Push down, just like this. And we're just gonna crack the back of the shell. Bang. You wanna make sure it cracks the whole way through. And then flip him around. Crack his head. Bang. Just like that. Crayfish is gonna split open. Look at this. Straight down the back. Split them open. All 3. Bang. Put him over there again. Bang. We got some seriously good food right here. People pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to eat the amount of food I'm about to eat right now. There we go. Look at that meat inside there. This is what I've been waiting for. 2 days of trying to get food, and we've finally done it, and it was worth every second. We've got one hell of a feed right here. Now, what the aim of the game is, we're gonna pick the meat out of these crayfish tails, which we've cut in half. So basically, just grab a finger, and you'll be able to pop the meat out of the tail just like that. So you've got the tail, we don't need that, we'll chuck it over there, take that away later. Got these big chunks of crayfish meat. So we're just gonna do it to each tail. Finger in, you just have to sometimes work it out with your finger, bang, like that. Look at that, big chunks of crayfish meat. Boom. Just keep doing this. I'm gonna empty all of these crayfish tails. So hungry, this is gonna be that good. Look at that, it doesn't care, honestly, this doesn't come much fresher than this. This was swimming around an hour ago. Now we're about to cook it on a Weber in the bush. This is good, man. This is living. Last one. Bang. Big, juicy, chunky bits of meat like that. These two, we're cooking this whole. So there's half the crayfish. We're going to leave head on, tail on, exactly like this. All right, next step. This stuff here is called Tandaco seasoning. You can get it at any of your local shops, or you can here in Australia anyway. Bloody beautiful stuff. So we're going to use that. We've got a little sandwich bag. We've got a thing of salt and pepper, and we've also got a little canister here of chili flakes. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to put all that down there. Oi! Chili flakes just went for a little fly. Grab a knife, and we're just going to cut these little pieces here into like bite-sized pieces. Pieces about this big. So we're just going to slice him up into little chunks. I'm going to do that to all of this crayfish down here. It's a lot of food, man. 4 crayfish, it's a lot of food. I'm going to eat it all too. All to myself. Tell you what, it's going to be better than them bloody pancakes. All right, rip the lid off of your Tandaco mix. Just like this. Oh, she's about to go everywhere. Bang. That Tandaco mix is going straight into your sandwich bag. Add into that Tandaco mix a little bit of this salt and pepper grinder. Boom, 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 just like that. Next, chili flakes. Bang a few chili flakes in to this flour mix that you've got here. Grab big handfuls of that fresh crayfish and just bang it into this bag like that. Well, my mouth is actually watering right now. This is gonna be a feed, dude. Zip it up and just shake the living hell out of this bag. Right, we'll fire this Weber back up. Put that on. Bang, we got fire. All right, we're gonna let that heat up for 2 secs. With this crayfish here, we're just gonna do the good old salt and pepper straight on top of him like this. Bang, bang. I've got ants crawling all over my legs right now. Chili flakes, bang them on. Don't be shy. Now, key ingredient, a little bit of butter. I'm gonna grab this butter, cut little cubes of butter off. I'm just gonna place it all over the crayfish. Have a go at all these ants. Are you kidding? I'm trying to cook a feed here. The ground is alive with ants. But this is how a crayfish is looking. Big dobs of butter all over it like that. I reckon this is gonna be ready. Yes. Crayfish is going on. Put this one on first. Put that there. This one. Going shell down. This one. Same goes, shell down. Shut that lid. Mate, you want to smell what I'm smelling right now? That crayfish has only just gone in. And, oh, I want to look at it. Let's have a look already. Ready? Yeah, look at that butter. That butter's all melting. Oh, this is going to be that good. Get that in there. Yeah, that's perfect. So what I'll do is I'll sit that there for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then once that's done, have a go at that, would ya? Look at that, in my foot. Ah, that thing went straight through me thong into me foot. Deadly. Welcome to Australia. If you're not standing on bloody prickly things like that, you're walking through hundreds and thousands of these ants. Yep. Anyway, like I was saying, what we'll do is 2 or 3 minutes on that crayfish, and then we'll chuck in all of those little crayfish bite-sized pieces on the pan on next door. Mate, this is gonna be so good. Look at this thing, it's actually bellowing with smoke. It smells amazing. We're just gonna butter up this side of the frying pan now. Get it all over there. You wanna cover the whole entire pan. Once that butter melts away, we're going to start dumping on these delicious little bite-sized pieces of crayfish. Well, that's one big chunk right there. That's going to be delish. Get them all on there. Look at this. It's just about to go 3 o'clock in the arvo. I've got no idea where the day's gone, but have a look at the feed that we're cooking right now. Big juicy crayfish. You can see that butter right there. It's bubbling away in the crayfish shell. So what that butter does, it sort of sits around the shell. The shell acts like a cup and the butter just goes all through the crayfish. It's bloody beautiful. And down here we've got our little crayfish bites. They're cooking perfectly. I'm just going to shut the lid, leave it for 2 or 3 minutes, come back, flip them little bites around. It is time to feast right now. Here we go, look at these crayfish. Cooked to perfection. Not too dry, not too soft. You can still push down on it. It's not like a bit of rubber. It's nice and soft and beautiful, tender. Boy, this is gonna be good, man. Take off these big, juicy crayfish bites. Look at these things. That's actually like a piece of popcorn chicken right there. Look at that. An hour ago, 2 hours ago, swimming in the water. Ah, dude, that's hot. Yeah, we'll just do this. Probably gonna lose a couple here. Not even. Bang. Look at that for a tray of food, would ya? Wrap your eyes around this. Now that is a tray of food if I've ever seen it. We've got 2 big, beautiful, juicy bits of crayfish sitting here. A handful, well, way more than a handful of these beautiful crayfish bites. These things are just so good, especially with that flavouring, a little bit of chili flakes. And then you get your 2 big, beautiful, juicy lobster crayfish. Not too soft, not too hard, just right. Let's dig in. Mouth is actually watering right now. Have a go at the amount of food on this tray. First thing we're doing is we're eating one of these crayfish. Here, I'll just pull this out. Look at that there. Should be able to get the fork in there. It'll just, and just bit me on the foot. Should be able to pull out nicely. Check that out. That is just a massive fork full of tastiness, goodness. Oh, oh, it's good, man. Oh, that's an unbeatable flavour right there. Right. Look at that. It really doesn't get any fresher than that. That is as fresh as it gets. But these little bits down here, these are by far my favourite bits. These are crayfish popcorn chicken. Oh my God, man. That is my favourite way of doing it. This is good. That's like just everyone does it like that, but this, man, look at that. Golden brown chunks of crayfish. Crunchy, tasty, absolutely bloody beautiful. If you get the chance, make sure you do this little crayfish popcorn chicken mixture. It's so good, man. I could eat this all day, every day. What a feast! This is absolutely bloody beautiful. You've got to try this popcorn chicken crayfish, whatever the hell, whatever you want to call it. It is so good. Look, this episode was a grind. We didn't even get a fish on a fishing rod. Fish were fully blown lockjaw, but we ended up getting a feed of crays. And look, I am not complaining. This is so bloody delicious. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to destroy that whole entire tray of crayfish there. And then probably head back out to the coast and get blown away. But if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, make sure you bang that subscribe button. There is a heap more videos coming your way. If you want to get your merch, make sure you check fielddaysshop.com or just bang one of these buttons that pop up in the next couple of seconds. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video on the next adventure. Mwah! Yeah, my doggies. So, look at it. Just white goodness. Buttery, chili, salt and pepper. Bro, that is so good. Look at it, man. Get your merch here. Subscribe here. Man, it is good tucker. Best.